What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Philadelphia Eagles franchise. Week 11 is here, and the Eagles travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks and the 12s. It's going to be a tough matchup, and they're looking to avoid their fourth straight loss. Can they do that? We're going to find out next. Russell Wilson, the Seahawks, will get first shot on offense. 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season for Wilson, but this team likes to run the ball a lot, so they go there on 1st and 10 to Thomas Rawls, and he's going to pick up 5 on the ground, and that's going to bring up a look at this offense. They've got Russell Wilson at quarterback, Rawls at running back, along with C.J. Prosise. Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett are your wide receivers, and Jimmy Graham, the tight end. 2nd and 5, it's Doug Baldwin with the catch on the slant route, and that gets him into Eagles territory. First down, Wilson will sling it out to Rawls, but he's wrapped up by Malcolm Jenkins. A nice open field tackle by Jenkins, and that would lead to 3rd and long. Wilson drops back and dumps it off to Jimmy Graham, and it looks like he can get to the first down marker, but he's stopped a yard short, and the Seahawks would kick a field goal, take a 3-0 lead. Eagles take over. Ryan Matthews gets the carry on 2nd down, and he picks up 12 and a first down. That's going to be a big area the Eagles need to key in on. The running game was not good last week, and it looks good early on here as we take a look at this defense for the Seahawks. Arguably one of the best in the league, especially that front four and the secondary with Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, and Earl Thomas. 2nd and 5 now from the Seahawks 40. It's Darren Sproles getting stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up 3rd down for Philly. And Wentz is going to go to the air. And somehow that is not caught by Zach Ernst. It didn't look like it was overthrown. He just didn't get his hands on it. And the Eagles have to punt. Seahawks take over, and Rawls getting the catch out of the backfield again. But once again, an Eagles defender there to bring him down. 3rd and 10. Wilson scrambling out to his right, throws across the field, and usually that's a no-no. But Doug Baldwin comes up with the catch. First down, Seahawks. And the very next play, downfield goes Wilson to Jermaine Kearse for the touchdown. It's a big one, and they kick the extra point and go up 10-0 over the Eagles. After that 7-play, 70-yard drive, Wilson 3 for 3 on that drive. Eagles take over down by 10. Wentz will get it out to Ryan Matthews here, and he's going to gain a couple, but a flag down, and that's going to be holding on the Eagles. That would set up 2nd and long. Wentz would go to the air, and he would be picked off by Simon. Double coverage on Jordan Matthews, and the Seahawks take it away. 2nd and 10 from the Eagles 35. It's Thomas Rawls with the carry, but it's Brandon Graham getting off the block and making the tackle, setting up 3rd and 12. Wilson will go to the air here looking, and the pressure gets there, and the pass is incomplete, and the Eagles force the Seahawks to kick another long field goal here. It's up and good, and the Seahawks enjoy a 13-0 lead here as Philly takes over. Wentz will dump it off to Matthews here, and he's got a first down out to the 39. And the Eagles on the move here. 1st and 10 will hand it off to Ryan Matthews, and the run game continues to be good. 3 carries, 28 yards for Matthews. And at the end of one here in Seattle, the Seahawks lead 13-0. Big 3rd down for the Eagles as we start the 2nd quarter. Wentz will go to the air, and his pass is off the hands of Aguilar and incomplete. And the Eagles will attempt a 57-yard field goal with the wind at their backs. The kick is up and good, and the Eagles are on the board down by 10 now as the Seahawks take over. And Russell Wilson hooks up with Tyler Lockett out to the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 19 yards. 2nd and 10. Wilson back to the air, and the rush gets there. Brandon Graham with another nice play. He gets the sack. As you take another look, he comes off the edge unblocked and gets the sack on Russell Wilson. 3rd and 16. Wilson having to go to the air will dump it off to Procyse, and Procyse getting close to the marker but a few yards short, and the Eagles stop them once again on 3rd and long. But on 4th down, they're going to fake it and go deep to Terrell, but he can't hang on. Almost came up with a trick play, but the Eagles take over with good field position. 2nd down, Carson Wentz is going to be sacked by Spence, and the Eagles are going to have 3rd down. Can they keep the drive going? They're going to set up screen to Ryan Matthews, and it works to perfection. He gets into Seattle territory. 2nd down. They'll go to the ground with Kenyon Barner, and he has nowhere to go. Taken down in the backfield for a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Wentz will work from the shotgun here, fire it downfield, and Aguilar makes the catch and picks up the 1st down. And the Eagles, in striking distance now, will hand it off to Ryan Matthews on 2nd and short, and he'll pick up the 1st down, having a good day. 9 carries, 59 yards, and they have 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Wentz, lots of time here, but it runs out as Spence gets his 2nd sack of the drive, and the Eagles have 3rd and 17 now. Wentz will go to the end zone, and it's off the hands of Aguilar, incomplete. And the Eagles settle for another field goal, making it 13-6 Seattle. Russell Wilson on their next drive, going deep on 1st play of the drive, and Doug Baldwin comes up with a catch, and they're at the 32 of Philly. 1st and 10. Wilson going deep again to the end zone for Jimmy Graham, but he cannot hang on. It's incomplete. Bradham there on the coverage. 2nd and 10. Wilson will scramble out to his right. Fire downfield on the run, and it's caught by Baldwin in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. And the Seahawks take a 20-6 lead. Eagles looking for something here before the half ends. 3rd down and 8. Can they keep the drive going? Zach Ernst comes up with the catch and keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10. Wentz from the shotgun. Back to the air. Lots of time here, and he finds Jordan Matthews. It's another 1st down for Philly, and they're closing in on midfield here. 2nd down. Wentz back to the air and back to the ground, sacked by Bennett. And we said this defense is one of the best in the league. 3rd and 26. They're going to dump it off to Kenyon Barner on the screen and run this clock out and head into halftime, trailing the Seahawks 20-6. The run game looking better, though, than last week. The Eagles will look to get back into this contest, trailing by 13. They will get the 2nd half opening kickoff, and out of the back of the end zone it goes, and they will start from their own 25. 2nd and 9. Wentz flushed out of the pocket, but he gets away and takes off downfield, out of bounds a yard short, or a couple of yards short. And on 3rd down, they'll hand it off to Ryan Matthews up the middle. He will go, picking up the 1st down and keeping the drive alive for Philly. 1st and 10. Wentz back to pass. Going to lob it up deep for Ernst, and he has the catch into Seattle territory. And the Eagles are on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go back to the air. Wentz being pressured, and he goes down. Cliff Averill with the sack, beating his man off the line. And that would set up 3rd and 17. Wentz going to fire it downfield, and he's going to be picked off by Bobby Wagner. And the Eagles' drive ends in disaster with a turnover. And the Seahawks take over in Eagles territory. 3rd and 2. And it's Thomas Rawls with the carry for the 1st down. 1st and 10. They go back to Rawls here, but it's Benny Logan getting him down in the backfield. And the Seahawks would face another 3rd down. 3rd and medium here. Wilson will dump it off to Jermaine Kearse, and Kearse has the 1st down to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30 of the Eagles. Wilson will pass once again, and this time it's a wide open Jimmy Graham with a catch inside the 20 down to the 15. And the Eagles head coach can't figure out what is up with this defense as CJ Procyse cuts it up here. And inside the 5, down to the 3, it's 1st and goal for the Seahawks. Wilson will pass, but Bradham will come unblocked for the sack. And the Eagles would force him into 3rd and goal from the 12. Wilson from the shotgun. Going to be pressured here off the edge and has to throw this one away. And the Seahawks are forced to kick a field goal. 23-6 here as the Eagles take over. And it's Ryan Matthews with the carry on 1st and 10 and a nice 7-yard pickup on the ground for Philly. 3rd and 3 now. Wentz going to dump it off here to Brett Selleck. And Selleck's got the catch, but does he have the first down? They do give it to him, and maybe that is a favorable spot, but it is a first down. And Wentz on the next play will go deep downfield for one-on-one coverage with Green Beckham, and Beckham comes up with the catch. And the Eagles just outside the red zone now, 3rd and 8. It is Nelson Aguilar with the catch, but he is going to be short of the first down. And the Eagles on 4th and 1 will go for it. They'll hand it off to Matthews. He's caught before the marker, but muscles his way through it and picks up the first down. 1st and 10. Wentz throwing it up to the end zone, and Green Beckham cannot come away with it. And the Eagles will have 2nd down, 2 seconds left in the quarter. They'll hand it off to Matthews. He makes a cut, has the first down and the touchdown. And the Eagles get into the end zone right as time expires in the 3rd quarter. And they trail the Seahawks 23-13 heading into the 4th quarter. So the Eagles close the gap as we start the 4th quarter. Can they stop the Seahawks? 1st and 10, they do not. It's Doug Baldwin with the catch and a first down for Seattle. From their own 38, they'll go play action. Pressure comes, and down goes Russell Wilson. Connor Barwin there with the sack, and that would lead to 3rd and 31 for the Seahawks. Wilson will go to the air, and he'll end up dumping it off to Jimmy Graham, who steps out of bounds after a gain of 7, and the Seahawks have to punt. This one going to be fielded off the bounce by Huff. And Huff is going to get into Seattle territory at the 46. 1st and 10. Wentz back to pass, and he goes down. Sacked by Cliff Averill for the 2nd time today. And the Seahawks set up 3rd and 14. And Wentz goes deep, and Jordan Matthews makes the catch. He's down to the 1. Take another look at this one-handed grab by Jordan Matthews. And the Seattle Seahawks now have to defend the Philadelphia Eagles from getting into the end zone from the 1. 1st and goal. Ryan Matthews, he stopped short. That's a loss of a yard. 2nd and goal. They bring in Darren Sproles, and Sproles can't find the end zone either. And the Eagles, 3rd and goal. What will they do? They will hand it off to Matthews, and he's met in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards. And the Eagles will set up for the field goal to make it a 7-point game. Kick is blocked, and it's picked up by Cam Chancellor, and he's returning this one out past the 40. Can they catch him inside the 40? They do at the 36, but it's a block punt, and the Seahawks take over. It remains a 10-point game. Tyler Lockett with the catch here and the first down just outside the red zone. 3rd and 3 now for the Seahawks. It will be CJ Prosciutz with the carry, and he will not go down easily, picking up the first down and keeping the drive alive. 2nd and 5, play action for Russell Wilson, the Seahawks, and he hits Jimmy Graham in the end zone for the touchdown. And the Seattle Seahawks go up 30-13. Philly takes over with just over 4 to go, and Jordan Matthews makes this catch. First down, Eagles. From the 50-yard line, Wentz will go to the air here. He'll fire, and it's caught by Zach Ernst, and he's down to the 30. And the Eagles are on the move again, but they need to cap this off with a touchdown. 2 minutes to go. Wentz almost picked off there, and that's going to set up eventually 3rd and 10. Wentz will go back to the air here, and his pass cannot be reeled in by Jordan Matthews. Nice coverage there by Lane. And on 4th down, the Eagles have to go for it. All or nothing here, and Zach Ernst cannot hang on to the catch. And the Eagles will turn the ball over in Seattle will run the clock out here. 3rd down, Wilson keeps it, and that will do it. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Eagles today. Final score 30-13. So the Eagles lose again, though they were more productive with the offense in the second half. Carson Wentz, though, with 2 interceptions on the day. Russell Wilson, 3 touchdowns. Ryan Matthews looked pretty good today, 92 yards on 18 carries. Jordan Matthews made some grabs, but we need to do a better job on offense and on defense. Eagles moved to 3-7, losing their 4th straight game. The Giants still lead the NFC East at 7-3, a 2-game lead over the Redskins. Up next for the Eagles, a Monday night matchup at home against the Green Bay Packers, who are coming off a loss 10-6 to the Redskins, where they put up 410 yards of offense. They're without some big names: Morgan Burnett, strong safety, Jared Cook, tight end, and Jordy Nelson, the 90 overall wide receiver. But they still have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers, along with running back Eddie Lacy and up-and-comer at wide receiver Devontae Adams. So it's a Monday night matchup coming up next. I want to hear what you thought about today's game down below in the comments section. What players stood out to you, good or bad? Leave your comments down there. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and share it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and want to see more Philadelphia Eagles franchise. And as always, you can follow me over on Twitter at MaddenBallerz, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.